Theroux The Keyhole, written and read by Louis Theroux. Prologue. Man bites pangolin. After 15 minutes of remote learning, Ray, aged 6, has already had enough. The video conferencing app is malfunctioning, and the teacher's voice is doing a weird echo thing reminiscent of an effect they used on dub reggae records in the 80s. Okay, children. Gong, 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 gong. Is everyone muted? I'm bored, Ray says. What can I do? A few feet away, at the end of the kitchen table, I'm wrenched away from the past deadline TV treatment I'm supposed to be writing, shocked by sudden stabs of despair and rage. A tiny, still calm part of my mind reflects on the surprising violence of what I'm feeling and the strangeness that the simple act of supervising schoolwork from home should be quite so crazy-making. It considers the many places I'd rather be, behind bars in the ad seg wing of a large maximum security prison, enduring a tongue-lashing from the demented guru of a cult in the Midwest, in Leeds huffing the cigar breath of a famous serial sexual predator. Anywhere but here. 18 months into the planetary pandemic, our 3 children have been sent home again because someone, a teacher, a fellow pupil, has tested positive. Nancy, my wife, is run ragged, verging on nervous collapse, on the rack of unrealistic work commitments, her own health not 100% following a dalliance with the virus. Nieces, nephews, and 2 brothers-in-law are all ill, laid low by the Delta variant, and a few days ago word came that videos are travelling around TikTok, the sinister social media platform and data harvesting tool, showing children how to hack their COVID tests with lemon juice so they can produce false positives and get themselves out of school. It turns out this latest bout of mayhem may all be down to some work-shy kids and a bottle of Jif Squeezy. Like America bombed at Pearl Harbor, the family Theroux finds itself dragged into a conflict it did not want, fighting on several fronts, against the virus, against inconsistent and confusing measures intended to subdue the virus, against disinformation, against screen addiction, against an inability to agree on what we would all like to watch on TV. A year and a half of madness has left its mark even in the gilded world of a TV documentary presenter, the Dame Vera Lynn of lockdown podcasting, trademark symbol. Drinking too much, prone to embarrassing rages, losses of control, and absent-mindedness, as well as feelings of inadequacy that may be the inevitable lot of a father trying to do his best, always on the verge of being cringe. Did I mention drinking too much? I look back at the period of house arrest we've been forced into, granted, with a few transatlantic work trips thrown in, like a general surveying the ruined landscape of the territory he's conquered, pockmarked with the figurative scars of children going mental, squabbling and fighting, spending weeks on end without seeing friends, a beautiful and supportive wife, grief-stricken at her lack of contact with the outside world, and the paterfamilias, that being me, who was confused and irresolute and at times even weirdly appreciative of some aspects of the crisis, perhaps feeling that he needed to make his peace and get along with his new planetary roommate, the virus, since it wasn't showing signs of leaving, or maybe he was just too lacking in self-knowledge to know exactly what he was feeling half the time. We may be near the end of this thing. We may not be. I'll say this for my friend COVID-19, it is full of surprises, and the good news is we have plenty of Greek letters on hand for its next David Bowie-like act of shape-shifting. Early in the whole adventure, in mid-March 2020, realizing we were entering an era of memorable weirdness, I began keeping a diary, which I continued for exactly a year. My decision to look back now may prove premature and hopelessly irrelevant, especially if a Sigma variant arrives that is more contagious and more debilitating and is wearing platform heels with a red lightning bolt painted across its face. Sorry, that's a Bowie joke. But if 25 years spent documenting the fringes of life and the most extreme forms of existential angst have taught me anything, it's that often in the darkest times we find the most meaningful connection. So here I am, letting my readers in on a story that doesn't unfold in any of my usual journalistic feeding grounds of a porn set or a militia compound or a maximum security psychiatric unit, but instead on a frontier much closer to home, one that has been the site of more stress and more fear for
Sample complete. Ready to continue?